everybody. So today I'm comparing two fragrances, the Eau de Toilette versus the Eau de Parfum of the same fragrance. That fragrance being Midnight in Paris. So the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum are identical. The only difference is on the bottom. It will tell you whether it's an Eau de Toilette or an Eau de Parfum. Apart from that, these are 75ml bottles and they are exactly the same. I really love Midnight in Paris. The bottle is stunning, as is the fragrance. So I've sprayed over here the Eau de Parfum, and then over this side is the Eau de Toilette. I've already compared them on several different occasions. Got an itchy nose, and it might be because of this little fucker. I don't know if you can see her. My little angel down here is shedding a lot of hair today. I gave her a little brush earlier, and hair's all floating around, catching in my lipstick, going up my nose, all that stuff. Anyway, I love her. So, Eau de Parfum over here somewhere. I can't remember where I sprayed it. Not there. Not there. There. Obviously. Eau de Parfum is here, and then the Eau de Toilette is here. Now, I have done this so many times and really had trouble picking out the differences. So I never quite felt qualified, or that I noticed enough to bother giving you a video, because I thought, oh, it's too boring. They really just smell the same. But I did, I went out for a walk yesterday, I think, or the day before, and the weather's really cool at the moment. It's got quite chilly, and I don't know if that's what's done it, but I can actually now tell a difference. Not a massive significant difference, but there are differences. And let me tell you what I think. So the Eau de Parfum here, what I get from the Eau de Parfum is I get much more of the leather. So the Eau de Parfum, the leathers are just that little bit more dominant. Both fragrances are very similar. I mean, they are the same fragrance, they're just different concentrations, but the leather is more noticeable when you first spray the Eau de Parfum compared to the Eau de Toilette. Both of them are at the same level of sweetness, but I do feel like I prefer the opening of the Eau de Toilette. They are still really similar. You've got the sweet resins of vanilla, something, I think it's a little bit of rose, I'm not sure. The Eau de Toilette is just a little bit more me, because I'm not a massive fan of leather. Although the leather's not rugged and harsh in either version, the leather is very soft. It smells really refined and really expensive. It doesn't smell like a leather jacket that's all beaten up. You know, it smells like kind of leather that would be used for making the most amazing high quality furniture, that kind of thing, like soft, really soft and gentle. So you can smell the benzoin and the vanilla and just the resins. It's a very sweet, warming fragrance. But the Eau de Toilette is just that little bit lighter, because that leather's not quite so obvious. That is really the only difference that I get to start with. But I have to say that the Eau de Toilette doesn't give me the best performance. The Eau de Parfum definitely did. When I tested it out yesterday, the Eau de Parfum was still projecting off of my skin after several hours, and the Eau de Toilette had become a skin scent. So that is really the only difference, is you will get better performance from the Eau de Parfum, and you'll smell a bit more of the leather. Apart from that, there's not much in it. I don't think it's worth paying out fortunes extra to get the Eau de Parfum, but if you can find the Eau de Parfum, it's only a few quid more expensive, you might want to, just to get that performance for me, I'm happy to have the eau de toilette and to just respray it after about 5 hours. I think I would probably respray. The eau de parfum would probably get me through the whole working day. So that's really the only differences. The only other thing I wanted to add is I recently mentioned in a video that this was a cheapie and you could find these very cheap. That has changed. So I didn't realise I got these, one was a gift, one I bought from one of the fragrance groups, and that was about a year or so ago. And back then they were, you know, very easy to get hold of, very cheap. Now they're not so. So someone advised me you can't really find it for under $130. So I was really shocked, and I did some searching online, and lo and behold, you couldn't find Midnight in Paris for anything, any cheap price at all. It was all like 80, 90, 100, 150 pound. So why am I talking about it now if it's hard to get hold of? Well, it's actually not that hard to get hold of at the moment in the UK. There's a few bottles that I don't know what's going on, but there are a few bottles now out there at reasonable prices. So I found some on Amazon. So Amazon have this size bottle, which is 75ml eau de toilette, and I think it's around the £50 mark. So I'll pop the link down below. There's also a few on eBay at the moment. They've got bigger sizes. They've got the 125ml, and I think that's about 50 quid actually. So I'll chuck the links down there. I don't know how long they'll be around for, but if you want to get yourself some, it could be an investment, because I think once they're gone, the price is going to go. It's just going to creep up and up. It's a really beautiful fragrance, stunning bottle. I love it. I know Mr. Smelly loves it. It's very well loved in the fragrance community, and I would stockpile it if I was you. So that's all I have to say. Midnight in Paris. I'm very fond of it. So thank you for watching. Catch you all in the next video.